What's going on, you guys? This is Luke with West2nd Gaming. Today we are taking a look at some tips for live stream chatting. We're going to take a look at some tips and some techniques that will help you be comfortable with chatting before you ever go live for the very first time. Okay, so the first tip that really helped me when I first started streaming was pretending to read chat before you go live for the first time. What I mean by that is pull up the game that you're going to play, go on Twitch, pull up a stream that has between, say, 5 to 15 viewers. So you want to find a chat that is active, but not flying, right? Just a nice, small, active chat. What I want you to do is bring it up on your phone, on your computer, whatever screen you'll be using to read chat when you go live, and then just play your game and practice reading the chat. Practice answering any questions that the chat asks, engage with them. Now, this is gonna feel super awkward, but that's the point. If you do this enough before you go live the first time, you'll be prepared, you'll be much more comfortable when you get in that situation where it's really time to chat live with people. What this will also do is give you a chance to figure out when to look at chat while you're playing the game. It's never fun to watch a stream where every time the streamer reads a comment, they pause the game, they look at chat, they read the chat, they come back, they get back into the game. You don't want your game to be consistently paused over and over every time you're interacting with chat. And just a side note here, if it is your first stream, you might have technical issues. If you have an audio sync problem or some little issue, don't let it bring down your stream. Just tell the people in the chat, hey, this is my first stream. I'm glad you guys are here to watch me grow and learn how to do this better. And if they're cool and they're the kind of people that you want in your chat anyway, they might respond to that, because chat does like watching streamers grow. They like watching streamers learn, and they like coming along for that ride. All right, another tip before you go live for the first time would be make a list of at least 5 things that you can talk about. So if you find yourself in there, there's nobody in there, there's 1 or 2 people popping in, have something ready to talk about so you're not just sitting there in total silence. If somebody comes into your chat and just sees you sitting there in silence and nobody's talking, they're probably gonna leave. But if they come in and you're talking about something that interests them or that they're familiar with, then they might engage you and you might have a viewer. So spend about 10-15 minutes before you stream. Look through news sites, gaming news sites, just kind of anything. Go through social media. List at least like 5 things that you could talk about that you know enough about that you carry on your own conversation for a few minutes. Because when you first start streaming, that's going to happen. You're going to be talking to yourself quite a bit. And the more interesting you are talking to yourself, the more chance that someone else is going to jump in and talk to you. All right, another tip is if a new viewer comes in, of course you want to engage them, but go a little bit farther than that. Go a little bit farther than, hey, how are you today? Because I've seen this so many times in small streams. A new viewer will come in, the streamer says, how are you today? They say, good. And then that's the end of the conversation. You want to take it a little bit further. So when you ask somebody, how's your day going? Have a few follow-up questions ready to go. So if you're playing Fortnite, maybe ask somebody, hey, how are you doing today? What's your favorite skin in Fortnite? If you're playing Mortal Kombat, ask them, hey, what's your favorite finishing move in Mortal Kombat? What's your favorite game in the franchise of Mortal Kombat? Find something that you can elicit more of a response from a viewer than just a one-word answer like good or okay. And this is a really important part too, going forward. When you ask those questions, really listen to the people in your chat. If they're taking the time out of their day to come in and talk to you, you have to pay attention and you have to listen to what they're saying. Otherwise, why are they coming in the first place? People want to see the gameplay, but they also want that social interaction. So it's very key that you remember details about each person that comes into your stream. Now, when you get to like 1,000 viewers, 20,000 viewers, this becomes a little bit harder to do, but at first it's really not very hard. If somebody tells you where they live, what they do for a living, what their favorite game is, what their favorite food is, remember that, and then the next time they come back into the chat, that gives you something organically that you can bring up that you already know they're interested in, and you can get that conversation going right away. But be genuine about it. Find things that you have in common with your viewers that you can talk about. Don't pretend to like things that you don't like just to try to connect with the viewer, because that will come back to bite you later when you forget or you speak differently to someone else. So be genuine and try to make connections and friendships with viewers. Another tip that might help, depending on the game, maybe play some background music. What this will do, if the stream is very quiet and you're not talking much and the chat isn't moving, at least it'll give people something to listen to. It gives them another element to engage the stream. And maybe they'll like the music, they'll comment on it, and that could be a jump off point for a conversation. Now, side note to this, just be careful that you're using copyright-free music. Check this video out right here. If you're looking for copyright-free music, we did a whole video listing all the resources that you can find to play safe music on your stream. Another good way to engage your chat is to know a lot about the game you're playing. So do a little research. You can talk about its future, talk a little bit about the behind the scenes of the game. But at the end of the day, the biggest tip is just have fun. And I know that sounds really simple, but streaming is supposed to be fun. Don't stress too much on viewership. Don't talk too much about the number of viewers that you have in your stream, because if you're only talking numbers in your stream, you're lamenting that there's only 2 people in the chat, you're lamenting that people are not talking. That's not going to motivate anybody, because they're just going to feel like a number in your stream. So if this is something that you struggle with, or that you think you might struggle with if you're going into your first live stream, if you're worried that you're going to be so preoccupied with the viewer count, what you can do is just take it off. You can take it away, hide it so that you can't see how many people are watching, and that will force you to just focus on your stream and just engage with the people who are chatting. But that's about it, guys. If you have any other suggestions for brand new streamers and how they can get comfortable chatting, feel free to drop it in the comments below. If you guys are new streamers out there, if there's anything else you'd like to see covered on this channel, feel free to leave a comment, and I would definitely love to do some videos based on what you guys are looking to find out. If you guys would like to check us out on a live stream, we'd love to have you over on Twitch at twitch.tv/West2nd Gaming. We play all sorts of good games on there. We also do informative talks like this one. Until next time, guys, happy streaming, happy chatting, peace.